Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to Familiar Friends, What's Your Familiar? Which is a strange name, but this game is made by the same people that did the Test Trilogy. Now, the Test Trilogy was an amazing experience. I'm so glad I played those games. We actually redid those games a year later to see if we got different answers. So essentially, that's how much fun we had with those games. But this is a game made by the same people, and I believe it's free. At least I got it for free. And it seems to have kind of the same idea where it's like you answer questions and it gives you different responses and that kind of thing. So we're gonna see what happens. And I haven't seen anyone play this because I believe this just came out because the devs had messaged everyone saying, "Oh yeah, here's our game now." So let's see what this is about. I don't know what to expect honestly with this. So, Diary of the Madman. Okay, once upon a lifetime ago, where raging magic rivers flow. Mana blooms from tree to tree, and creatures roam the forest free. It's a riddle. Mythic groves sit tucked away, where friendly critters lie in wait. Familiars forgotten, left alone, just waiting for someone to take them home. Interesting. I believe the one thing I did read, and we'll see about this. I'm not too happy with it if they went down this road. It said that some of this is AI generated, not the text, but the pictures. For days upon days you wander through the forest, treading through the overgrown and unknown. The trees shift and change as you walk, branches contorting with every step. The winding paths twist and transform behind you as you progress deeper into the woods, and there appears to be no end in sight. Until... we're all a little mad. What? You happen upon a quaint, cozy-looking cottage in a dense thicket, deep into the woods. You look around briefly for any signs of inhabitants, but see none. Just then, a distant voice calls to you from the trees. Frizzle Frazzle, finder of things. Well, hello there, wanderer. I'm so glad you can make it. I was worried you weren't going to show up today, but I should have known better. You can call me Frizzle Frazzle. I'll be the one helping you find your familiar today. Every good wanderer needs an equally good familiar, but not just any familiar, no. Here at Familiar Friends, we pride ourselves on finding the perfect familiar suited for you. With that being said, today just so happens to be my first day on the job. Rest assured, I'm confident in my abilities, Wanderer. I'll have you know that I graduated with straight C's from the top familiar finding school, and the other side, Borverance University. Straight C's, huh? C stands for cats, which is the highest grade you can get. Oh, interesting. As it should be. Now, in order to find you the proper familiar, I'm going to need some information from you. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and all you have to do is provide an answer for me. Yeah, this is where I think it gets back into the test type thing. Then, based on your answers, we'll be able to use our conjuring cauldron to find your familiar in the nether and bring them here for you to take home. We're going to the nether. We're going to get some gas. Why don't you follow me inside so we can get started? The cat looks AI generated, so I'm not sure if that's the part they're talking about. I'm hoping some of this is at least hand-drawn or something. Welcome to Familiar Friends Conjuring Chambers. It's so lovely to have you here. Now, I'm going to start asking you some questions, so just sit back, relax, and make yourself comfortable. Feel free to take your time when thinking about your answers. There's no rush at all, and the more you think about each question, the better results you'll have. Let's get started then, shall we? Here we go. I'm still waiting on Chasing Demons, by the way. Chasing Demons is the game where the Test Trilogy actually, the secret words actually pay off. Have you ever fallen asleep at work or school? Not at work. I don't think so, school. I don't think so. I was never on the type of person, I mean, I've, rested my eyes, but I wasn't asleep. So I'm gonna say no. Do you enjoy camping? Not really. Do you enjoy fishing? I used to. I'm a much less impatient person than I used to be, so I'm gonna say, I don't know. I'm gonna say no. I have to be honest here, I don't think. Do you enjoy hunting? Definitely not, no. Do you enjoy sweet, sugary foods? Not usually. Would you consider yourself to be a hard worker? Yes, I would like to think so. Would you consider yourself to be lazy? There's lazy moments, yes. But would I consider myself to be lazy? It's kind of contradictory to say I'm hardworking and then say I'm lazy. So I'm going to say there's lazy moments, but I would not say me as a whole is lazy. Would you consider yourself to be an honest person? Oh, absolutely. I tell you the truth whether you like to hear it or not. Would you consider yourself to be empathetic? Oh yeah, empathetic. Yeah, absolutely. If someone's crying on like a stage or something, I'm gonna be right there with them. Would you consider yourself to be resilient? Yeah, pretty much. I'd say so. Do you frighten easily? Thanks to playing horror games all throughout the years, no, not really. Would you consider yourself to have above average intelligence? I've taken an IQ, like an official IQ test, and it said yes. So, would you consider yourself to be vain? I don't know what that means. Consider yourself to be. I've never heard that saying in my life. I'm gonna say no, just in case. I don't know. Would you consider yourself to be a good pet owner? Oh yeah, I love my cats. Cats are great. Would you consider yourself to be responsible? Yep. Would you consider yourself to be good at keeping plants alive? I've actually never really taken care of a plant, although I would imagine it's not that hard. You just gotta remember to water it. So I'd say yeah, it wouldn't be that hard. Are you protective of your friends and family? Yes. Do you have a lot of secrets that you keep from others? Yeah. Do you think anyone knows the real you? Yeah, for sure. Do you have any irrational fears? Feels? What? Do you have any irrational fears? No. Irrational? I wouldn't say they're irrational. Do you enjoy the forest? Depends. Is it forest in the daytime or forest at night? Because forest at night, no thanks. Forest in the day, sure. Do you enjoy the ocean? Looking at it, yes. Would you consider yourself to be a good swimmer? Yeah, I mean, moderate, average. Like if I was in a swimming competition, I'd get smoked. But I'd like just to swim in general, yes. Do you prefer nighttime over daytime? No. No, not necessarily. Do you think life is too short? Well, my belief is that, yes, life on Earth is short, but we're not fully here for Earth, so I'll say no. No, because we say life is. I mean, life is. That's the whole saying, right? So I guess I gotta go yes. Is being wealthy important to you? It'd be nice, but I know wealthy comes with a lot of setbacks. Is it important to me? I mean, to do some of the things I want to do, I would need money. So yes. Do you care about what people think of you? Not even in the slightest. Have you ever had an imaginary friend? Never. Have you ever eaten someone else's food without permission? Accidentally, yes. Because I thought that was mine, but it wasn't. Do you think you'd make a good leader? Oh, I've been told so, yes. Do you prefer to follow someone else's lead? If they're capable of it. Do I prefer to follow? No, I like to have some sort of control. But, like I said, if they're capable of leading, then sure. But a lot of people aren't. Do you ever feel small in this great big world? No, not really. If you could change anything about your past, would you choose to change it all? Change it all? No, I wouldn't change everything. That's a stupid question. Do you have any deep regrets? Not really. I've tried to let go of the past, so I would say no. Do you think you might sleep more than the average person? No, definitely not. If anything, I sleep less. Do you find intelligence attractive? Absolutely. Because with stupidity on the rise, you know, it's very attractive to find someone that's intelligent. Do you work well with others? Again, depends on who I'm working with. If I'm working with a bunch of douchebags, then no. But if I'm working with people that are good at what they're doing and that kind of stuff, so in general, yes. Would you consider yourself to be creative? I mean, what are we doing here? If you could, would you use magic to make a living? No. If you could get away with it, would you steal to make a living? No. Would you enjoy working in the garden? It wouldn't be too bad. I just worry about, like, messing up some things. Would you enjoy working on a ship? Not really. Would you enjoy living in a treehouse? Probably not. Would you enjoy living in an underground bunker? Definitely not. I need sunlight, man. Are you afraid of the dark? No. Do you drink enough water on a daily basis? Daily basis? Most likely, yeah. There's a couple days here and there where I might not. Have you ever had an animal as a best friend? Yeah, because you can have multiple. The whole best friend thing is stupid. You can have multiple best friends, right? I have my best friends in the Discord, like John, Axel, Noah, those guys. But also cats can be a good companion too. Are you good about sharing your food? I don't. Who shares their food? Am I stupid? I mean, I guess if you're with your fiance or something, but no. Would you consider yourself to be selfish at times? Yeah, but I think it's okay to be selfish at times. If you're selfish all the time, then you're just a bad person. But if you're selfish when you need to be, then that's okay. Oh, wait, did that say in general? I should have said no. Would you be happy living in the snow? Probably not. I mean, I like the cold, but not that much. Would you be happy living in the scorching heat? Definitely not. Does the weather tend to affect your mood at all? No, I don't know how that works for people, but apparently when it's like raining outside, apparently, or like it's storming outside, people are naturally more tend to get angry and pissed off, which I don't know how that works, but doesn't work for me. Does the lack of food affect your mood? I don't think it's happened though. I can't say it's happened before. I mean, I can see it happening. Would you consider yourself to be a nervous person? Not anymore. I used to be for sure. Would you consider yourself to be shy? Not really. I'm introverted, but I'm definitely not, like, just shying around. Are you a curious person? Yes. Have you ever felt like you might not be a person at all? Well, I am, so... Have you ever felt that you're not be a person? No. Do you enjoy soft, smooth textures? What are these questions? Some of these questions make sense, some of these are just like, what? I don't know what this means, so I'm gonna say no. Are there certain foods you can't eat due to their... Oh, it's talking about food texture. Let's see. Smooth, I mean, I don't really care about texture all that much. Unless it's like a tomato or something that's disgusting. Are there certain foods you can't eat due to their texture? Yes. I just explained one. Are there certain textures that drive you crazy when you touch them? No. If you could rule the world, would you choose to? Nope. Would you ever use magic for selfish reasons? Nope. Would you use the magic to help others often? Yes. If magic existed. If using magic took time off your life, would you still use it? I've actually given this kind of similar prompt to John and Noah on the podcast, the Provokers podcast, which you can listen to on Amazon Music and Spotify. I don't know if I would. I'd kind of just like let life happen if that was the case. Do you enjoy listening to music frequently? Absolutely. Do you play any instruments? I would like to. Actually, I'm looking at getting a harmonica, and also I have a keyboard and a guitar. So I have the instruments. I just need to learn. I just need to set time aside to learn them. So technically, I do. Do you enjoy singing? Absolutely. Not for people, for myself. Do you enjoy dancing? Not particularly. Would you consider yourself to be a playful person? I don't know what that means. So no. Is having a sense of humor important to you? Yes. Do you ever wish you had more help with daily tasks? Yeah. I think we all do. Do you get overwhelmed easily? No. I look at the situation tactfully. Do you work well under pressure? Yes. Are you the type of person who rises to the challenge? Most of the time. Do you enjoy proving others wrong? You know what? Yeah. Yeah. Would you say you're adept at working with stubborn personalities? Yeah, I've worked with people that are stubborn before. You try to learn something new every day. I mean, that just kind of happens. So, I'll say yes, but I don't seek a new thing out every day. Like, I don't have an app or something that just tells me a random new fact every day. It just kind of happens. Do you enjoy teaching or educating others on subjects you know well? Yes. Do you prefer to stay up late at night? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be a morning person? No. Would you consider yourself to be a people person? Not all the time, so I'm gonna say no. Would you say that you're introverted? Yes. Do you get along with people who are introverted? Yep. Works very well. Do you enjoy being the center of attention? Definitely not. Does positivity and optimism help motivate you? Yes. Would you enjoy a job working with animals? Yes. Do you ever feel like having pets is too much responsibility? No. I mean, dogs can be annoying sometimes. Do you consider yourself to be independent? Yes. Do you sometimes care too much for others? No, I think I care the exact amount. I wouldn't say so. Too much is... Like, if it said you sometimes care for others, I'd be like, oh yeah, of course. But it says too much. I don't think I care too much. Do you sometimes care too little? No, definitely not. Do you ever need alone time away from everyone else? Yeah, I think we all need alone time. Would you consider yourself to be adventurous? Not particularly. Would you consider yourself to be a good problem solver? I like to think so. Would you say you have a strong hold on your emotions? If this was me like 5 to 10 years ago, no. But me now, yes. Would you consider your life to be stable? It's stable, yeah. It's not where I'd want it to be, personally. Would you ever wish to live forever? Definitely not. Living forever is the worst fate imaginable. Because Laserbeam actually said something. This was in a short or something. I forgot what it was. But you'd watch the sun die. You watch all your friends and family die. Like, you just have to repeatedly do that. And then, like, once the sun explodes and the galaxy's gone, you're just sitting in a void of darkness forever. And you're alive and you know you're there, but you can't see anything and you can't feel anything. Like, all your senses are gone, basically. It's, like, absolutely horrific, so no thanks. Do you enjoy basking in the sun? I get sunburned really easily, so honestly, really not. If I'm outside, I usually like to be in the shade as much as possible. Do you enjoy walking in the rain? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be a sentimental person? Yes. Do you ever feel like you're doing too much alone? No. Would you ever wish to be the most powerful spellcaster in the world? What? No? Well, alright then. I think the Cauldron of Conjuring has enough information. Well done, Wanderer. I'm so excited to see what familiar it's going to find for you. What do you think it's going to be? I don't know. From what I've seen, there's really no telling. But one thing is for certain. The Conjuring Cauldron may not give you the familiar that you'd necessarily expect, but it does always match you the familiar that would benefit you the most. Sometimes that means matching you the familiar that complements your strengths, and sometimes that means matching you the familiar that's a polar opposite to you in order to create balance for what might be missing. But rest assured, Wanderer, the Conjuring Cauldron has your best interest at heart, and it wants you to be happy for the rest of your days. Let's take a look at what the Cauldron has found for us, shall we? Without further ado, your familiar is Harley the Hamster. What? Now that is amazing, Wanderer. I don't know what that means. Your hamster familiar will play a pivotal role in your magical journey. They will help you cast spells, clean up your workshop, this music, will gather ingredients, and guard your stash of ancient treasure. With a hamster familiar by your side, you'll be able to achieve great success in your sorcerous endeavors moving forward. Some things hamster familiars are great at include hoarding food in their cheeks, digging underground chambers, and being cute as heck. That's what they do. A fun fact about hamster familiars is that their teeth never stop growing, so if you can find an immortality spell, you can have a familiar who will be able to grow through even the biggest of trees. Perks of having a hamster familiar: you'll never run out of food, as they're great at foraging. They'll help you learn digging spells. You'll be able to battle with them when they curl into a giant ball. As long as you treat your familiar with kindness, patience, and love, and keep them well fed so they don't get hangry, they will be your best friend through thick and thin. I think you and your new familiar are going to be so happy together, and I believe in time you complement each other quite well. Alright, you go ahead and get out of here. You and your familiar have some adventuring to do. Stay safe, Wanderer. I'm sure we'll be meeting again. Perhaps even sooner than you think. Wait, is it not going to give me, like, some... What? I don't know what's going on. I thought it was going to give me, like... Oh, this is copyright for music. Okay, so now I'm going to talk over it. So, I thought it was going to give me stuff like what the test did, where it's like, here's your answers. Here's what I think, like kind of like that, where it gave you the truth, right? I thought it was going to give me that. I didn't think it was going to be a jokey type thing. Why is it, like, doing this? I don't know what's going on. Who are these ladies? Who are these people? I mean, it's a good song. I think this is AI generated, at least I'm pretty sure. Which, again, I had to say I'm not a huge fan of. I don't like that that's become a sort of thing now. And I'm hoping that Chasing Demons doesn't have that. Otherwise, I might not play that, unfortunately. Which would suck because not only are my words in it, but they contacted me to put my name in it or something. I forgot what that was all about. And so it'd be sad to kind of just not play. But if they're gonna do AI stuff, I can't support that, unfortunately. Because when you're doing AI stuff, you're taking away the jobs that people love doing. Like art, a lot of people have such a passion for art and are able to do such amazing things. Like you look up like any popular creative art stuff, and like you're like, how the heck did they manage to do that? I don't know what's happening here. There's the cat guy. But yeah, so like it takes away from those types of people because they're doing all this work and all you did was insert a prompt and get a thing out of it. So it's unfortunate that AI is unfortunately kind of commonplace when it comes to that type of thing. It said some of the images, so I'm not sure exactly what was AI generated in this. It seemed like almost all of it was. I mean, from what I can tell, unless someone's drawn some of this. This looks maybe drawn. I can't tell. Thank you so much for taking the time to play Familiar Friends. We really hope you enjoyed your experience. I enjoyed the question part of it, but I don't understand why I got like a jokey answer with the hamster guy. Like I thought he was gonna tie a hamster to like some, I don't know. Like even the cat said like, oh, it might tell you stuff. Like, well, I forgot exactly what he said, but it sounded like it was gonna be exactly like the test, where it's like, oh yeah, based on your answers, here's the truth that we're gonna give you, and then it was just all about a hamster and what they do, right? So I was disappointed with that. But I liked the question section, I guess. We'd like to take a moment to share a sentiment from our team to you. We appreciate all the support players have given us over the years, and we wanted to give players a short, relaxing, comfortable, and cute experience that differs from some of our other titles. We understand that the world in general is in a very tough spot at the moment, and people are struggling mentally, physically, and financially. This is why we decided to make this title completely free. We know that times are tough, and not everyone can afford more of the basic necessities in life at the moment. Beyond this, we really just wanted to create something cute and casual that might make you smile. So this game is our way of hopefully providing you with a temporary distraction from the struggles of life with no cost out of your pocket. We appreciate you, and we really do hope you enjoyed what we've created. As we do with all of our games, we would like to offer you an opportunity to be chosen as a character in our future games. Many of the characters you see in our games are actually the names of players or names chosen by players from previous titles. Oh, was Frizzle the Frazzle or whatever the name was someone chosen for? In Familiar Friends, for example, each name of the familiars are chosen from players who have left comments in the past. Oh, I see. There are over a dozen names chosen by players who left a comment in this title alone. If you wish to be part of upcoming titles and you have your name selected to be in a future game, please leave a comment for us detailing which familiar you were matched with. Participation is completely optional, so if you do not wish to be in a game or choose the name of a character to appear in a future title, then simply leave your familiar out of comments and we will not select you. We read each and every comment we get on all our titles, so none are missed. That's impressive. We also use these comments to help develop future titles such as our big project Chasing Demons, which you can now wishlist on Steam, which I have. Again, I just hope it's really not AI stuff. I really hope it's just... because they're using RPG Maker, right? So, I really hope that a lot of the stuff is not AI generated. If you're new to our titles, then just know that each person is given a word unique to them from each of our games, which they will be able to combine in Chasing Demons to create a custom tailored game experience specific to each individual. Which means that what appears in your playthrough of Chasing Demons may not appear in your friend's experience when they play, ensuring that each player gets their own unique version of the game. Once again, thank you all so much for your support, and we hope to see you again in the next one. Until next time, treat each other with kindness, stay positive, and always remember, it might be stormy now, but it can rain forever. But it can't rain forever. But it can rain forever. At Random Studios, we don't make games, we make experiences. We appreciate you, and we want you to feel that appreciation directly. If you haven't reached out to select names yet, rest assured we select players each and every day from all of our titles to add their names to the list of characters, to the list for character creation. So stick around, and you'll definitely hear from us. Yeah, I've already heard from them. If you selected a name and haven't seen it in the game yet, don't worry. We have lots of projects in the works, and we apply these names to characters we feel would fit those names best. So expect to see the name in a future title. I would say if you're going to do that, please feel free to check out the other titles if you wish to support us further, or if you just want to experience other games we've made. We're also putting out a few musical albums on Steam as well, if you enjoy the songs you've heard in the game. You can find our soundtracks on Steam under the titles Beautiful Collection of Darkness. We always love and appreciate your support, and it helps us a ton. You can find our games on the title screen under our other games. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and we wish you a wonderful day. We look forward to reading your comments and seeing your names as we work to include them in our future titles and credits. Until next time, Random Studios. Yeah, let's say if you're gonna put them in, I thought all the names were just going into chasing demons, but if you're not doing that, I would tell like, cause you have the logs of the people you messaged. I would like, let's say you put someone's name in the next game, but it's not chasing demons. I would tell the people that you chose that name to be in that game. That way they know where they can find it. Cause I was figuring that mine was just being whoa, wait, oh credits. I was like, whoa, it's going a little fast. But yeah, okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I like this studio a lot. Random Studios. They made the test, like I said. Chasing Demons. I've already watched like the little X-alert they gave for that. Like that looks amazing. It's just my problem with this was not only the AI generated stuff, but I thought it was gonna be something like similar to the test where they give you some like hard truths, right? I was expecting that when I was done. I'm like, oh sweet, here we go. Here's the fun part. Well, that the answering questions was the fun part. But here comes like the powerful part of it. Right? I think that's what I was saying in my head. So I was expecting it to be like that, but it wasn't. So I don't know. I get the idea of like, first of all, it being free is awesome. I'm glad they did that. And with what they said, I can see why they chose to do that. But when it comes to being critical, like you have to be critical of this kind of stuff. And I don't want Chasing Demons to turn into something like this. That's why I'm concerned, and that's why I'm very pushing forward about this game. It's because I don't want Chasing Demons, the super hyped up game that the words are gonna collude to essentially, or like they're gonna enhance your experience and make it different. I don't want that game to turn into this, because this, while like it was cute and like that kind of stuff, and I liked answering the questions, it just, first of all, to me it kind of fell flat on its face, where like the ending was completely ridiculous. I don't understand why they didn't go for just more of like a hard truth type thing. And then also like the AI generated stuff. I'm not a huge fan of AI generated content. Because, like I said, it takes away from the people doing actual art, like that you can commission and stuff. And I completely understand that it costs money to do that. It's not free, and if anything, it's really expensive to do that. But to me, AI is very obvious. Like this, I can tell is AI just by looking at it. So yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me, and I understand, like, but especially with with like the little thing they said at the end there, it makes me kind of what's the word? It kind of makes me sad to say that kind of stuff about their game, but at the same time, I got to be critical about it. This game was it being short has nothing to do with it, but it was a shorter experience that didn't lead to anything. And that's the kind of thing where the tests were, I wouldn't say those were short. They were like an hour. So those were short experiences that led somewhere. This was a short experience that didn't lead anywhere. So, and I'm fully aware you can say you're the name of the creature you got in the comments and they'll pick your name again. But outside of that, it didn't lead anywhere. I was hoping it was going to lead to someplace like because the music also stopped. And in the test series, when the music stopped, that's when they started getting serious. And I'm like, okay, here we go. It's about to happen again. And that's why I was going to do this on a video. Because I haven't seen their other games, but I don't think they're like this. I don't think they're like the Test Trilogy or like this. So I was like, I wasn't going to do them. But with this one, I was going to be like, yeah, this looks like a type of thing we'd do. And because they messaged me on Steam with all the details about it, I'm like, yeah, that sounds interesting. And then I looked at the actual store page, and it mentioned like AI-generated content, and it mentioned it was just like a short experience. I'm like, okay, the AI-generated content might be a little much, but let's give it a try. And like I said, I'm just saying all this in the attempt to make it so that to make it known that I don't want Chasing Demons to become this, where there's a bunch of AI generated content everywhere. There's like the story doesn't actually lead anywhere. It just kind of falls flat on its face. And like I said, if this was just to make people smile, then that's good for them. If they accomplish that goal, then great. But as someone that was expecting something else, I was thoroughly disappointed. So yeah, there's that. But I think we'll leave this episode here, guys. I was gonna do actually the Backrooms survival today, but the game my game crashed halfway through, which caused the OBS to kind of crash as well. Meaning my footage was not only cut off, but like 20 minutes of it was corrupted. I'm like, I'm not gonna do anything with that. So I actually lost my playthrough of that now. So the first video is a complete bunch of baloney now. It doesn't. I mean, it's still a good video because we were playing it, but like my save file got killed, so we can't. We have to start fresh now. But because of that, I was like, oh, I need something to play quick because I have other stuff to do today. And this was like one of those things. I'm like, yeah, let's just do it. And like I said, I'm glad I still played it now that I know, but I don't know. It's thoroughly disappointed, I would say. And it sucks to say that because I know they put their time and effort into this type of thing, but yeah. I think that's going to do it, guys. So on the left, you can check out... I'm going to recommend the Test Trilogy, actually. So on the left, you can check out the first one, and on the right, you can check out the last one. Don't make sure you watch the second one, though, because that's important, too. But I can only recommend 2 of them. So on the left, check out the Test Part 1. I'll probably link the actual Part 1, because we did this a year later. Or we redid those a year later. So I'll recommend the first one on the left, and then the first last one on the right, if that makes sense. And if you like the content you're seeing, please consider subscribing. Try to finish every series we're carrying around here. And check the podcast me and my friends have. It's called The Provokers. You can check us out wherever you get your podcasts. And yeah, it's gonna be great. So go check us out over there. And that's gonna do it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.